We're all gonna die, man. We're all gonna die. Well, no, we aren't. But your characters might. Hello, and welcome to the finale of Be Not Afraid.
Best cold open ever.
Just us screaming.
And that was the show. Welcome back.
I mean, honestly, that is basically how you play Mothership. So, I know this has been a scheduling-wise, highly irregular game. But, you know, that's just how life goes sometimes. And welcome back, my friends. I have missed you. And I am glad that we are getting to play again tonight. The last for this game, not the last time we will play games together, just the last for this little thing. And I am so curious to find out what's going to happen. Speaking of finding out what's going to happen, let's go around your characters and figure out what is happening to them as we open. We open, just to set the scene, you are deep within an asteroid that had been converted into a research station, and you found in it that everybody was dead, and then you found that there were these flesh corridors within the asteroid that had all sorts of nasty cybernetic husks and flesh-seeking wire tendrils. And what's the word that we used for the openings? The
sphincters.
Sphincters, yes, and orifices. Yes, but yes, sphincters. And then after making your way through that, you reached a small complex. The main room that you're in right now has hundreds of terminal monitors, like old school CRT, think 1989 computer monitors. Hundreds of them in a large room that all had a hideous unblinking eye that would follow you as you walked around. Jesse's character, Lily, managed to make her way through one of the broken monitors into another chamber. We'll talk about what she found in there in a minute. And then when you came back in, your friends found you, which was good because they thought you were dead. Ned did kind of lose it for a little bit. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And but you did see in another room some really terrible things as well. So basically at this point, you've kind of going to have to decide what you're going to do with what you found. So let's see what our characters, we'll call them heroes. We'll call them adventurers. We'll find out what our adventurers
Survivors?
are. Reluctant explorers?
You weren't reluctant at the beginning. You got reluctant quickly, but then you didn't go back or ask for help or anything. So, okay.
Didn't know that. Forgot that was an option.
We could go back? Oh, well, shit. All right.
Now it would be a challenge. But let's start with Maria. Tell us about your character and what they are doing.
Hello. I am Maria. I use they, she pronouns. Tonight, I'll be reprising my role as different, an android who uses they, them pronouns, and thinks that everyone is going to die, except for them, because they cannot die, for they are not alive.
No disassemble. But didn't something happen, as I recall, so as much as different has difficulty experiencing emotions such as fear, I seem to recall that, in fact, yes, that's right, different failed a fear save critically, but then somehow managed to succeed on their panic check.
Yeah. I had a brief moment of human reaction, which was an odd sensation.
Okay.
Some wires got crossed. It worked itself out.
It did.
It must have been all of the blood in the flesh. Some of it must have gotten into my central processing unit.
Right. It
Maybe
was
finding
just...
all those extinctors really got to you.
I have seen far too many sphincters in my time here.
I think we all have seen far too many sphincters.
Yeah, you know...
We're still talking about the game, right?
Yeah. Right?
Victor says what?
Oh. What?
Sorry, I had I had a Wayne's World flashback. So, Taryn, why don't you tell us about you and Ned?
Well, yeah. So I'm playing Ned Estock, team part 1 of Team Teamster team, and is well, never one that was much courageous in the beginning anyway, but things have not gone well for Ned's psyche as we've adventured further into this, shall we say, fleshy hell.
You know what? Fleshy hell is exactly right. You're not wrong.
Yeah. So Ned's had some breakdowns. Is now experiencing extreme paranoia, where if anyone leaves his presence and they come back, he's not really sure they're the same person anymore. He has no way of knowing. Which
He could be right, though.
It could be right, but coincided with just before reuniting with Lily, and things didn't go well there either. And then, well, things escalated with different in the room and just sort of the unnerving quality of their presence. And Ned had a psychotic breakdown and tried to attack Lily with a crowbar. Managed to swing wildly multiple times and then was finally apprehended by Different, because Ned has terrible stats in pretty much everything. So
Ned's fine for what he's good at, just that fighting isn't one of those things.
Yeah.
Neither is keeping it together, apparently. But
apparently.
Speaking of keeping it together, let's find out about Jessie and Lily.
Hi, I'm Jessie. I use she, her pronouns, as does my character Lily. I mean, who's the moose on the interwebs. And Lily's just tired. Lily is like me in the real life, but where I am just exhausted from the fact that I don't sleep. She's just tired of shit happening to her and like the ship slipping her away from her crewmates and then getting attacked by this mechanical spider that she had to explode off of her. And then when she finally did connect with her crewmates again, thinking, oh, serendipitous, hooray, things are finally better, she gets attacked with a crowbar by her Teamster team.
Yeah, that was a thing that happened. But y'all managed to subdue Ned, and I think we determined that you were going to take a rest. Right?
Yes.
So, when
Correct.
you take a rest, what you try to do is see if you can regain some of your stress. So what you do is, whenever you rest for at least 6 hours, you attempt a fear save to relieve your stress. If you're successful, then you can relieve 1 stress point for every 10 points your save succeeds by, round down. So if you succeed by 0 to 9 points, you don't actually relieve any stress. Hint: don't critically fail this fear save, because you might have nightmares. So,
Ooh, I want Different to have nightmares. I want to see how that plays out.
yeah, but Different has a pretty high fear save as an android.
Yeah, I know.
So that seems less likely. But let's get some fear saves in there as you rest. And maybe, and in any case, at the end of from resting, Ned, your psychotic break is over.
Hey. Don't worry, we can get it right back
Yay!
Actually, I don't
have a
have
nightmare
any
and you get
stress
better.
because I cleared, because we leveled up at the last.
Yeah.
So, not stressed out at all. Everything's fine, man. I use my
Why am I
emergency
not-
tubing.
Y'all are
Just-
y'all are making
Wait.
rolls, you said, but I don't see.
I haven't made any rolls
I
yet.
haven't made any
Yeah.
rolls yet.
Oh,
It's a fair
okay.
save, right?
Yeah. So Lily does not recover any stress. In fact, gain 1. Different loses a stress, clears a stress,
Yay!
and
I'm no.
He just
Do I have to
doesn't
make
have
the
any.
roll?
do you? No, you don't.
Okay.
I don't think
I was
so.
like, I don't have any stress. I can't.
You don't have any stress?
Well, yeah, because I used the level up to clear
Oh,
stress.
okay. All right. Okay.
Because I was way too stressed out, man.
What was your stress before?
I have no idea.
It's just it's amazing because
It was a lot. It was like 12, I think, or something.
so
It
I
was-
want to tell you. So for people watching, the way the mechanic works is if you have to make a panic check, if you have to roll on the panic table, you don't want, which is bad. You roll 2d10 and add your current stress. Hint: if the result of that is 30 or higher, you die from a heart attack. If it's 29, your character loses their mind completely and becomes an NPC. But you have to get into a bad... Let's be clear. You have to get into a bad situation and also be unlucky and probably make some bad choices along the way for those things to happen.
Yeah.
So, on the script... Do you recall Different? Was it Different that had hacked into the computer?
Mm-hmm.
That you had looked in another room?
Yes. Yeah, I remember there were a couple of rooms. There was the one with the male figure and the box with the child, and then there was a camera that looked back upstairs.
Yes, I also want to point out that with
Another
the guy with the in the room with the box with the child, he himself has like this crown of cables coming out of his head that throb with every heartbeat like veins, but they're cybernetic cables, computer cables coming out of his head. And yeah, as we were noting before the game started, that that box held the comatose body of a young girl, but the thing is, her identity matched somebody who should be in their 20s by now. She was a young girl. And then do you recall Different? The other figure you saw in another room?
I don't remember if it was somebody who was like stuck in the wall, or I remember there was another room with at least one other person, if not multiple other people.
I remember I kept thinking Broodmother from Dragon Age Origins.
Yeah, so the thing is that you see this, think like Baron Harkonnen, this grossly enlarged
Jabba the
former
Hutt,
human.
that's right.
Jabba, yeah.
That's right, I remember.
With metal plates and tubes fused into its fatty flesh. But the thing is, from his chest, mouths, eyes, and arms are all these projectile weapon barrels.
That's right, I remember now.
Yeah. So that's in another room, not the room that you're in. I don't recall you having found that room yet.
Yes, I don't believe that we have. Can I though, while I'm here in this computer,
Mm-hmm.
or after resting, going back into the computer?
Yeah,
Is
you had
there
found
way
the
for-
password, so...
Yeah, is there a way for me to kind of pinpoint where that room is in relation to where we are now?
Probably, but I think you're gonna have to roll for that to kind of figure out how to do that. So,
Okay.
it's probably just a computer use check or whatever the equivalent skill is, which I think you're pretty good at. It's like intellect and add your skill level for whatever that skill is.
Sweet, I am trained in computers. Oh, yeah.
Critical success.
Wow.
Critical, excellent. You had a 55% chance of succeeding, and you didn't just succeed; you succeeded critically.
Wow.
So, the room that you're in you came in through through an orifice, because the room, while it has all these computer monitors, those computer monitors are merged into effectively organic bulkheads.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another orifice in here, and through you find a sort of a layout diagram, and that camera is in the room that is on the other side of that other orifice. However, I'm not swapping us to the colonoscopy graphic this time. Sorry, Jesse.
Thanks.
Really? This is the side y'all are going with? You're Taryn, you're muted.
I gave a thumbs up, okay?
Is that better, though?
Yes.
Woo!
At least my nails are trimmed, okay?
All right.
All right.
Sorry.
So, so that's don't be sorry. Yeah, there are. I want to see if there are other rooms that you can see. Yeah, there's one other one that's a little bit further away, but in the same general region, that has what probably were survivors of the science outpost, and they are now in a bad way, we'll say.
Are they part of the wall?
Well, they're being converted, so they're hanging on these hooks, while these what look like well, the term that comes to your mind as you look at them is cyber leeches.
Mm-hmm.
Are slowly kind of working their way around the body, converting them into the husks.
Neat.
But yeah, the Harkonnen looking, the Jabba looking person is in the next room, not in the same room as the inner chamber where you had dude fused into the wall with the child-sized box.
Okay. I will, if I can, if there's like a small screen on the one computer that I'm at, which I hope there is, I will pull it up, the picture of this individual, and gesture for my two companions to gaze upon the wonder, and say, I wonder if this individual is still alive.
Which individual?
The one with the guns in them.
Oh, yeah.
Bunba the Hutt.
I think it depends on your definition of alive.
There
If
is
they
slight
are,
motion.
They shouldn't be.
I feel like there are a lot of things in this place that should not be.
Like
Listen,
us.
I just want to go home.
We shouldn't be here.
I just want to leave. I regret this. And if I need to destroy my way out, I will.
We have a couple grenades left. I still have one. Ned pulls it out.
Perfect.
gave you
I still
that
have two. I have 2 grenades.
Forgot I had that during my psychotic break for the benefit of the whole party.
Yay.
That would have been very bad.
Lily, time to die.
Maybe all of you, actually. That could have been a TPK.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it, man.
Why do I have the feeling it's not going to take you all 3 hours tonight?
Probably not.
Probably
Is there
not.
3 hours of content left?
That depends on you, honestly.
About made a shit shooting joke, and with all the sphincters involved, didn't really feel applicable.
My laughs are real pathetic tonight, y'all.
You're recovering from bronchitis,
acceptable.
so yeah.
But yeah. Should we I guess
Listen, we either
I feel
get
like
out
we're
of here.
responsible for dealing with the problem right now. Maybe we just make sure nobody else can come in here. I don't know.
I'm cutting my way out of here, or I'm cutting things down that are stopping me from getting out of here. I want to cut things out. So like, let's just go. No more trouble. I'm done. I'm tired of this place.
All right. Different.
I suppose that we could just leave. I feel like I haven't gotten nearly as much information as to what truly transpired here, but
I imagine we're gonna figure everything out before we die. I mean, leave.
those don't have to be two mutually exclusive things.
What?
I'm just being practical.
It's
We can
not-
still get your
not
dead body
the right
out.
word. Anyway. Let's just go. Maybe go talk to. See if they're. Yeah. We're not getting back out of here the way we came, right?
I think there
that's
was
up.
like grabby handsy things. Well, there's like
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm also
floating gravity.
diseased. I forgot
Oh,
about that.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I need to go back and look and see what the thing is.
Wow,
with that.
you're just a hot mess.
A hot ball.
Wow.
Hot ball of
Hot
nervous
ball.
diseased energy.
Nervous diseased energy. Wow.
That's right. All of your body saves. Anytime I ask you for a body save, it's at disadvantage.
Sure, it's
Since
fine.
and this is a good point. Once per day, you can make a body save instead of resting to reduce your infection. So, since you didn't rest, this is perfect. Make a body save at disadvantage to see if you can fight off this this infection.
Do it.
Failure. No, you gain a stress
Bah.
instead. You're not actually getting worse. Oh no. Infection increases by 1. Yeah, no, you are getting worse.
Oh, whoopsies.
Yeah.
Oh, you're actually
Yeah.
disgusting.
No, that's actually a good point. I need you to make another body save at disadvantage now that you're infection level 2.
Okay. Wait, another?
This is not for infection. This is to see. Yeah, you go into a coughing fit. For
You're turning into me.
like,
Oh, no.
and it's
Wait,
bad.
This is
It's
role-playing Jesse. This is weird.
Welcome to me in my life. Wow,
Yeah.
you nailed that cough.
And he's just
That's
real bad.
Speaking of nailing the cough, I would like,
Win?
I think just Lily. I don't think it really should apply to the android. I would like Lily to make an infection check. Please make a body save.
Ah.
Oh,
I think this is what I'm going to exclude.
I succeed.
Okay, yeah.
Woo!
So you're like, get it up. Actually, no. You tell me. How do you react when Ned starts hucking it up all over you?
Oh, I'm sorry. All over me, I would.
I'm not. Ned's not. You know.
As soon as I feel like a speckle of spit, I'm like,
Imagine Ned's the smart one and does the elbow and everything, and like.
nope, I'm gonna look at what do I have on me? I'm going to figure out some way, and I am wrapping a scarf around.
Oh no.
God, that'd be awful.
Yeah.
I'd be wrapping it around my face. 'Cause, nope. Oh, actually, that and also, I want.
Aren't we still in our suits anyway? Like.
I don't know. I don't know what the. I want to use. I have the thing.
What is the thing that you have?
The
Medical scanner.
Thank you.
We did
do
acquire one
have
from the
some
lab.
equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to just like elbow and like this doesn't seem. I don't trust this. There's people with machines in them, and you're coughing, and we went in a flesh tube.
So you have the med scanner. Is that what you mean, or something
Yes.
else?
No, I have the
Med
med
scanner.
scanner. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that you can scan living or dead bodies,
Mm-hmm.
and you can analyze it for disease or abnormalities without having to do a biopsy or autopsy, as the case may be.
Yeah.
I would appreciate not performing a live autopsy on my.
I'm going to
Still
perform
called
a
a biopsy.
live autopsy.
I know. I was just making it.
If you scan him, yes, he is diseased. He has an infection of something. Let me see if
Give me some
this.
sweet specifics.
I want to see if your thing knows what this is. Yes, actually. It's calls it ACMD. Acute cybernetic mutagenic disorder.
Kill me now.
And what you're finding is that he is infected with cyber mods that will slowly transform his body. Unless he can beat off the infection.
Is there like, is there a cure,
Treatment?
a treatment for this?
I do have the skill pathology. I could maybe help with this.
Okay, why don't you give me an intellect pathology check?
So that's plus 15%. So
I think you can just click on the
hey, success.
Success. What you know about it is that this is a disease that is not known to have a cure. There is a Dr. Emil Bancali who is known to be researching it. Would you
On
like
the
to
station or
would you like to guess who Dr. Emil Bancali is?
gunman?
You're going to have to I'll just say
Is
that
it,
he
is
and his
it-
daughter came to this station 20 years ago.
Is it Boxman?
It's Boxman.
Don't know if it's
Boxman.
Boxman.
That's
It's
Wallman.
man above. It's Wallman above Box Girl.
Yeah.
The man
Wallman and Box
the
Girl.
Wallman and Box Girl.
It's
There's Wallman and Box Girl. There's Jabba, and
Neat.
yeah.
Wallman and Box
Box
Girl.
Girl.
Sequel to Cuphead.
Yes.
So, can you
What?
Ned?
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Don't you feel a little itchy? Your flesh is a little bit creepy crawly.
Is that a wire?
So, yeah, you're not
It's
feeling
fine.
great, but it's not that everybody who gets it automatically turns all the way. Your body's trying to fight it off. So,
I'm sure this will be fine.
what do the three of you do?
Perhaps you'll become an android like me. It's not the worst thing that could happen.
I beg to.
I wanna look,
Look
at the
at-
screen with like a gunman. Yeah, an android.
Just look at Lily. If this gets any worse, I want you to shoot me.
Oh man, do I have my laser cutter anymore? Yes, I do. I still have my laser cutter. I do not have. No, I have my hand welder. I do not have my laser cutter.
Yeah, the laser cutter exploded.
It's exploded. Yeah, exploded. I'm just going to heft my hand welder. I'll do my best to take care of you.
Thanks.
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 Eat it.
Get me the fuck out of here.
Moving.
Should we stop by and say hello? And I point to the wall sphincter.
So there are 3 exits from this room. There's the one through which you entered. There's the additional orifice to Jabba the Gun. And there's the broken monitor through which Lily crawled earlier to find the dark chamber with black granite floors and the man being fused into the wall with the child in a box. So, which of those 3 exits would you like to use?
They all seem delightful.
I don't want to pick.
Are we going in? Are we gonna keep going forward?
Well, considering I got my infection in the way back out, I don't think you want it. Forward might be our best bet.
Yeah. Well, and then I'm going to heft my trusty, handy-dandy hand welder and approach the wall sphincter. Suck it up. And I'm going to cut it.
Which one?
The one with Jabba the Gun, I guess.
Okay. As you do that, as you start cutting into the wall, or to the sphincter, the wall erupts with those flesh-seeking wire tendrils. And I need everyone to make a body save. Please remember that you are at disadvantage, Ned. Critical success!
That's a first 0-0.
That is awesome.
Wow. It's like 2 eyes looking back at me. Sorry, Ned.
Sorry.
Ned.
Fine. I'm just gonna die quicker.
Ned.
Yeah.
Ned.
Yeah, boss. Yeah.
You're feeling kind of alternately chilly and warm in here.
Oh, no.
Your skin is getting kind of clammy. And,
Y'all have fun. I'm out.
the good thing is that you only take 1 damage.
Okay.
Don't like that's
The
that's
bad
the
news.
The
good
bad news is
news.
your infection level is now 3.
Yeah. How many infection levels are there?
3.
10.
Oh,
Okay.
3.
you're fine. You're still a failing
One.
grade.
There's 1 infection level.
As long as you're a failing grade, you're good.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. So, as you open it up, you see in this room, you see the... well, I'm just going to tell you it is referred to as the jealousy of Caliban, because I'm tired of saying Jabba the Gun. Jabba at least had style. So, this guy, you hear him screaming, and it's kind of garbled. Why won't you leave us alone? And I need everybody to... I'm going to tell you that you're not surprised because you knew he was in here. So please, everybody, make a speed check.
A what check?
Speed check. Because
The need for
he is pointing his arms at you.
Oh, Ned.
Ned is... Listen.
Oh.
Ned's had a bad...
Wow. Lily's doing great. Lily
and Different are doing just fine.
Oh, no.
Ned is just...
Listen.
Oh no.
Ned will be fine.
So on your turn,
Watch out for that, Ned.
you could take 2 actions. You see him getting ready to point his guns at you.
Mm.
What would you like to do before the gun show goes off?
Imagine that's for the people that pass the speed check.
Yes. Sorry, you have to wait.
I just figured.
Yeah. So you can attack. You can move half of your speed. You could do something that reasonably. You have basically 2 actions each.
I would like to attack
All right. How are you attacking?
with my hand welder that is still in my hand.
Are you going to run up to the guy and attack?
Can I throw it?
It's a welder. You could throw it, but it's not gonna stay welding, I don't think.
Yeah. Well,
Did I not give you any of my grenades?
no.
You only had 2 left, as I recall. Maybe I'm recalling.
Would you like to
incorrectly.
give me one?
I think I gave 1 to Ned.
Earlier.
And I
And
was
then
not around.
I would like to give 1 to you, as I had them both in my hands from earlier.
Maybe you just like silently hand me one, and
Yeah. They have their screeching fest, and it's just a hand. The camera's focused on Lily, and there's just a hand that just appears. There's a grenade on it, and Difference just looking straight at this fool and says, "A present for you."
I take the hand grenade. Thank you. And I lob it.
Yeah, I would like for you to make a combat roll.
Cool.
Woo!
Oh gosh. Yeah, I saw that coming.
Yeah. So, fortunately, it's not a critical failure. It's only a failure. So you throw it. The thing is, it just misses. It explodes harmlessly behind him.
Well, perhaps you're out of practice, and I would like to attempt to throw mine.
Make a combat check.
Gosh, this is.
It's fine.
Not ideal.
Oops.
You also fail.
Perhaps we're out of practice.
Yeah, this
Perhaps
one.
you were also out of practice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
just.
think we need a new practice range, if anything.
The thing is, it kind of bounces off him and keeps going, and after a second, then it explodes, and you just weren't quite able to time it right. So, you each have 1 additional action. I'm not going to count handing a grenade over as an action.
Oh, nice.
Technically, it kind of should be, but it would be more interesting, I think, if you get to do one other thing.
I want to look at Difference and look at Jabba the Gun. How fast do you think he is? And I'm just going to sprint past him.
All right. Different?
I'm going to look at her running away, running that away from me, and glance back to Ned, who seems to be medically struggling, and reach out a hand to kind of grab his arm and say, "It's probably best if we run now." And I want to try to pull him along with me.
Okay.
Best I can.
Let's see. This feels like that probably is. Can you make a strength check?
Sure. No. It was almost a success.
You're pulling him. I think what's happening is he just kind of took a moment to process what he was seeing, and so he's not running along with you. He's kind of stumbling along, and so you're just moving kind of slowly. The thing is that now it's Jealousy's turn, and I was gonna make a combat check. Let's see. I'm gonna turn off GM for that. He's got to roll his. He's built to fight, so he's got these flesh cannons that he's firing at you. And that's going to hit. So that's going to hit. So this first one is no, he's shooting at Ned and different because he can get 2 with 1. And so let's see.
I don't have a lot of health, y'all.
Odds or evens, Maria?
The odds are never in my favor, so even.
Okay. Yeah, it hits you.
Damn it.
So viscera and blood come streaming out of one of his guns and hits you for 14 damage.
Okay.
And then the other one, he's shooting at Lily.
Do you want me to make a speed check, by the way? Because I just kind of took off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, here's the... No, you just... your speed check was but to see if you got to go first. Here's the thing. I'm sorry. Different. You can make a body save or armor save to try to have that damage.
Uh-huh. Yes. Yes, please. I will make... Okay. Hang on. There is...
And the same for you, Jesse, against make a body or armor save to have the 18 damage.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Good.
So I have standard battle dress as part of my starting equipment, which gives me a plus 10% bonus to my armor save.
Cool.
So
Lily, you only take 9 damage. Lily, I need you to make an infection check at disadvantage.
Oh my goodness. What is that? Body?
Body save,
No.
yes.
Yeah. At disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you succeed. You do not take any infection.
Ooh.
Look at you.
Wait, what is happening and why am I rolling so many successes?
I don't know. Okay, so
What
you
is
did roll really
going
poorly
on?
last session, though. I think I remember.
I have
How do you-
rolled really poorly both sessions.
I'm gonna roll with body because even with the 10% extra, my armor's still super bad.
Yeah, and in your case, you're not really worried about infection. Otherwise, I would be like, well.
No. Critical success.
Oh!
So,
Y'all are using up all the luck. I just want you to...
with a critical success, I'm going to say you dodge all the damage.
That's good because I was at 28 and I went down to 14 and now I'm back at 28. It's fine.
Hey, fun fact.
I don't know
was
that's
also
actually
at
how the rule
28,
works, but
and
it
now
seems...
I'm at 19.
Yeah. So,
I still have like 50 health.
Ned, it's your
You're
turn.
fine. You're just gonna
fine.
die from infection.
Okay.
Brain
well,
isn't that great right now.
This is bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna run towards where Lily is going, and then I'm gonna use my knowledge of explosives to time this last grenade right, actually.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, give me a combat check. Oh, no, you're using your knowledge of explosives? So, yeah, give me an explosives check then. That's fair.
So... combat explosives?
Yeah.
Okay. What the...
Oh, Taryn.
Oh no.
It's a failure.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm so very sorry.
I'm so very sorry. Oh no.
Tried hard.
You tried
Trying
really
so hard.
and you came so far.
And it didn't even matter.
I love you, Taryn.
Love you too.
Yeah, so that's the end of round 1. I would like you all 3 to make a speed check for round 2, please.
Hey, my first success tonight.
Congratulations. Speed.
No.
No.
False.
Speed.
So different has a critical failure.
A 99. On top of this, a 99. We've seen a 00 and a 99 tonight.
The spectrum, we've got it.
We've seen several criticals in general. We've seen a 33.
A lot tonight.
And there was a
Double
0,
zero.
double 0. And there are 2 33s.
Yep.
Which in Mothership, if you on your D100, if you get basically a multiple of 11, not just multiple of 11, if you get doubles, the 10 digit and the 1 digit are the same, then it's a critical whatever it is. It's either a critical success or failure, depending if it's a success or failure. I think that based on that, it's fair to say, Ned, you go first.
Okay. I have a thing. I have my laser cutter.
I want to tell you that in this room, there are 2 orifices. There are 2 additional ones, not the one that you came through. There are 3 total, obviously, right?
Yeah.
There are 2 one of them is open and one of them is closed.
Running for the open one.
All right.
I imagine that's where Lily was that where you were headed? Yeah. And then I'm gonna pull out my laser cutter and fire.
Okay. Give me that good old combat check.
Cool. I can do this.
Misses.
Mind.
But you're still running. I mean, you're running. You're shooting behind you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, Jealousy is going to go.
Oh, good.
And
Good.
This time he's going to shoot at Jesse first. Lily first, sorry.
Just straight through the computer
Straight
screen.
through the 4th wall.
The blood and gross.
Flesh Cannon shoots disgorged limbs and viscera.
Limbs.
Limb cannon?
Is going to hit.
Let's not go out on a limb here.
You really got to give him a hand.
Cost him an arm and a leg to use this one.
For 13 damage, Lily, can you... I need 2 things. First of all, your body or armor save to have it.
Yep.
It's a critical failure,
Oops.
so no, you don't have it.
We can't just do things normally.
You have to do things. That's a 77.
I'm okay. I'm not looking so hot, y'all.
I mean...
This may not last 3 hours.
No.
Yeah.
Might not last 1 hour.
Lily, can you make a body save, please?
Sure thing.
At a disadvantage? That doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yeah.
You're not feeling great.
No.
Gosh.
Yeah, your immune system has gotten weaker.
I'm probably also incredibly, beat up right now.
Yep. The other shot is at the fleeing Ned. I think on your next turn you can get through that orifice. That's gonna hit for 22 damage.
Don't worry, Ned's the best of us. He still has all of his hit points.
Can you make
Body save.
Not anymore. Body save or armor save for half damage.
Armor.
I was gonna say the body save would be it. Hey,
Success.
a success! Finally.
Yeah.
And I need you to make a body save at disadvantage for your infection.
Wah,
No.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
92
For those
and
at home,
91.
yeah.
Wow.
Real high, which is real bad.
Ned,
Yeah.
can you roll me a D100?
You know,
no.
I can.
Your
I don't
infection
want
level's going
to.
up, by the way. 87.
That is.
As
Not a
those
great number.
cyber mods are working their way through your system, you smile. And smile bigger. And bigger.
No!
And you have this impossibly wide smile.
Terrifying.
And your throat turns into metal. Like you have like a cyber throat. And a giant wide mouth now. As you have had a cybernetic... You had a cybernetic mutation is what happened.
Well, at least you'll always be smiling through the pain.
Smile!
Let's
The
put a smile on
world!
that face.
Oh no!
Lily, what would you like to do?
I couldn't hold that for very
Oh
long.
god!
I guess I'm now just continuing to limp away.
If you just use both of your actions to run, you could probably make it through that orifice.
It's correct. Yes, that's my. Yes,
All right.
I'd
Okay.
like to do
Good.
that.
Algo en tu cara me fascina.
I know which battles I
Será
should
tu
fight, and this is
sonrisa.
not one of them.
Será tu sonrisa. Different with your critical failure in your speed check. What would you like to do? Would you like to also disappear around that corner?
Well, first, upon seeing Ned's dramatic transformation, I think difference.
I don't
just
have
like
to laugh, do I?
no. I think difference. I just kind of like twitches, and then mentally, internally, they're thinking, "Oh, Ned is dead now. This is great," and is going to just continue after Lily.
Okay. All right. You enter a passage that is much like the one that you came in through. It's just soaking, it's just extruding out these wire tendrils and this wetness on the walls. And I will say that as you're pushing through in this light gravity, I need to roll something here. Don't worry.
I'm sure whatever it is, it's great. And
it
will
is
be
great.
beneficial for all of us.
It is great. Those tendrils, those flesh-seeking wire tendrils, continue to flail around you, and I need the two organics to make
body saves.
Make body saves at disadvantage.
Correct.
Y'all, we all should have just been androids.
Well, look at that. It's another failure.
Wow, you were so close.
Hey,
though.
hey!
Oh my goodness!
You got a critical. Unfortunately, because it's at disadvantage, it doesn't count as a critical.
Oh no!
Still,
it
though.
doesn't,
Still,
it doesn't count
it's
as a critical success. It's just.
But it's just a regular success.
It's a success, though, which is...
Wow.
Ned, you're
but-
getting
okay.
weaker.
Yep. Yeah, no.
You're feeling frail. All of your strength and speed checks are at disadvantage, and I would like you to roll another D100 for another cybernetic mutation.
Oh no.
Oh, so close to the sex number.
Oh, it was one
Fortunately,
off from the sex number.
It's got a 68.
Close.
Fortunately, it counts the actual. It's the same result.
Oh, but it's not
But
the
it's
same.
not the same.
You know how I said you have a metal throat?
Mm-hmm.
It extends. Your neck, your metal neck, grows an extra foot.
Just kill me.
Ned giraffe.
Yeah, yes, a Ned giraffe. A Ned giraffe. Yes, excellent.
Literally, please just...
I mean, listen, I know it's a little bit tough to swallow, but... Maria.
Just can't.
I'm really putting my neck out here for you guys during the stream. It's...
This is hell.
Both in game and both in life. Tormented on all sides.
You come out. This tunnel is kind of pulsating. Ned, you're actually ahead of them a little bit, and you come out into a very large room. And you kind of pull up short, and you look around, and you get your bearings as your two companions catch up to you. And it's a large room in
my
this
extra long neck.
With your new long neck.
Yeah, you have really great perspective on all this. As you can see, it's a large room with several like rows of seats going up. And in the bottom in the center, like it's sort of a semicircular room, is a table. This is a sort of a makeshift operating theater, except that all the equipment, the table itself, everything, that all the doors
Fleshy.
are made of limbs.
Neat.
Limbs?
Limbs.
Reaped
Like, can we
limbs.
see individual toes and
Just reaped limbs.
We're not in hell anymore. We're in limbo. Sorry.
I love you, Terrence.
That's my last one tonight, I promise.
No, it's
It's
not.
a lie. It's a
That's a
blatant
lie.
lie.
That's a
No,
lie.
it's
That's a lie.
Hey, Jesse's gone. Bye, Jesse.
I saw leave my body on my camera. It just left and it hasn't come back yet. I am as soulless as different now. How does that make you feel?
I feel fine. Honestly. Oh no, Jesse.
No. My body hurts. My stomach hurts from that.
I hate it.
That's fair. That's valid.
I love puns. I hate it. I hate it.
Anyway.
So the bone table. We made it to Bone Town.
Oh no,
This is
it's
the
not
bone zone.
bones. There probably are bones
It's bones covered in skin.
and flesh.
Skinny bones.
Bone popsicles.
Bone popsicles.
Yeah. What would you like to do in here?
I will look up to Ned and say, "You appear to have changed drastically. Are you feeling
Look
all right?"
down. Just shake the head and the impossibly wide grin and everything's still there. Just there's like tears.
You know, I think it's fair now that you finished running and you've seen Ned mutating. I
Fear save.
think
I feel like I need to make a fear save.
I think no. I'm gonna actually ask you all to make a sanity save.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
smarter.
That's smarter. Not
Oh,
ideal, but
My sanity.
Critical failure.
Oh no! It's all on brand.
All I wanted in life.
So you know how I'm really good at a lot of things? Sanity is the lowest stat I have. So
We all failed, but I critically failed.
Ned failed real bad.
It's on brand at this
It's
point.
My
very
number
on
is just
Ned.
really high.
Ned,
Yeah.
Ned.
Oh
can
no.
you
Yeah.
make a stress check? Just roll 2d10.
So should I have been getting stress every time I failed those body saves and stuff?
Every time it says
Every time it says
Gain
failure,
one
you
stress,
gain stress.
Yeah, okay. So that's
I should have and actually I should have done this earlier. Lily, when you had your critical failure on your armor save, I need you to make a panic. So I need you both to make stress checks.
panic checks,
No,
Panic
stress
checks?
checks.
stress checks. Okay. So just 2d10.
2d10. If you roll over your current stress, you don't panic and you relieve one stress.
Hang on
That's over my
second.
current stress. So
I need
If you
to
roll
rack
equal-
up the stress.
If you roll equal to or lower than your current stress, you panic. Taryn, what is Ned's stress at?
it was at 7.
Okay,
So
that's good. You don't panic.
Equal to or lower than our stress? We panic?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. We're good. We're fine. We're good.
No. Equal. What is your current stress?
Oh, no, we're not good.
What is your
What's your
current
current
stress?
What is your
Lily?
current stress?
7. It's 7.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
so
fine.
yes, you
No,
roll over it, you don't panic and you relieve one stress.
Okay.
Ned, your stress was
Hey.
also 7?
yeah.
You both had 7 stress? Okay. That's good.
Very good. But I did critically fail. I feel like there should be some.
That's
sort
what
of
so when
stress.
you critically fail a save, that's when you have to make a panic check.
Yeah. So
or
I need
there's
to
a
make
few other there are a few other things that can do it. I can just call for it, but we did. I decided to do a sanity save instead. So you're looking around in this operating theater.
Should we be hiding? Or are we safe?
You have not heard the jealousy of Caliban chasing you.
Okay. Are there any other beings sitting in the theater, or any other exits out of the theater?
So as you take a moment, gather your thoughts, you look around, you don't see any other people or people-like things moving. Nothing's moving in here. Some of the fingers wiggle. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna wave.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this though. What was that sound?
I was just thinking the same thing. That like,
No.
like a fleshy furry.
Let's see, what is in here? Yeah, up at the top of the theater, like up the stairs, is a door out. Actually,
Like a door? Like a
man door.
A good man-made but not made of man door.
now you're thinking with portals.
Yeah. I'm done thinking in sphincters, so we can think about anything else.
It is not a sphincter. It is
good.
a regular door.
Oh, I like that.
You ran a long ways down that tunnel.
Yeah. Cool. Neat. Cool. Uh-huh.
Ned looks down. Shall we go?
I think that would be best.
I would like to go. I'm like leaning heavily against the wall. Or no, I'm not. I'm not. The flesh wall.
Flesh wall. I will offer to carry you on my back.
I will take it.
Perfect. Piggyback time.
Piggyback time. And I'm holding the hand welder in front of us.
Yay! That's good because I'm out of weapons.
I imagine Lily's head is now at the height of Ned's head.
I hate that.
Oh, it's bad. It's a bad thought. It's a bad sight.
It's a real bad thought, but it's one I had and had to share.
I mean, you kind of got an Inspector Gadget thing going, so...
Yeah, a really twisted
I'll get you next
Joker,
time.
Inspector Joker gadget.
Inspector Joker. Ah.
So,
After
let's go.
Going through this door, going down another regular corridor, you're back up in the research station. I mean, it's empty and full of nothing. You know, everybody died here, but you're back in the science area. You may recall. You may recall that when you were up in that area, there was in fact a laboratory. This laboratory, by the way, is where the flesh corridors start. You can see it. Did you recognize this room? What would you like to do?
Is there any way we can just blow up this entire station?
I unfortunately seem to be out of grenades. However, I would like to tap into the... As much as I either remember from the general layout of this place or of any like extra... I don't remember if I downloaded any extra blueprints or anything of this place. If there is a reactor room or some kind of power, something that could be used for a large cataclysmic explosion.
Yes.
I am programmed for two things: research and chaos. apparently. That was me talking, and different just really likes to blow things up.
I mean, understandably so. I will say, why don't you give me some sort of an intellect check?
Okay.
If you have an applicable skill, please feel free to add the appropriate modifier.
I have 2 that I can think of that might be applicable. One is mathematics, mostly like the way I see that, mathematics or computers are the 2 that I was thinking of. Computers would be to find another computery place to tap into. Mathematics, I guess, would be more calculating the odds of us being able to explode this place and also get out with our lives.
Okay. I think computers makes sense here.
Okay.
Because you're trying to figure out if you can... Because there's not like so I will tell you, there's not like a reactor the way that you're thinking and so forth. But you're trying to see if any of the stuff in the computer that you have access to can be used to overload it somehow or something like that if you've got some method of doing that. So that's what I'm thinking.
Yes. Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a success.
A success.
So here's the thing.
A 1 good. Yeah.
There is a large battery farm. The facility itself is primarily powered through solar energy. Okay? And that then charges the batteries, and the facility runs off of those. You could probably overload them somehow. Might take a little while, but you could do it. That's the main thing that occurs to you in terms of using the station against itself.
Okay.
That might not explode the asteroid, but it might at least, cause enough destruction inside that nothing could get out, hopefully, or something like that.
Okay. I relay that information.
Unless, of course, you've got, something on the ship that you want to use, but that's up to y'all.
I think it's time to jury-rig some explosions.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
I can help. And if someone needs to stay and be the trigger person, I'll put my neck out.
Listen, I just want to tell you, I appreciate that you have taken this cup that has been passed to you and drunk from it.
I tried so hard, and I couldn't.
Pater, I don't think you're watching, but Pater, you're here in spirit.
Risking life and limb.
Well, we should hopefully not have to resort to those drastic measures.
Just trying to make a joke. Let's get to work.
The fact that you are still so optimistic.
Human? Oh, that's a better term.
I think I like your description better. The fact that you are still human is still fascinating to me.
Yep. Can we not dwell on that?
How are you feeling?
Not great.
Would you care to elaborate on that?
Well, I have a very long metal neck now. My face hurts. And,
From smiling?
From smiling. And I feel very weak. My body is literally changing.
I've heard this happens during a time called
Different.
puberty.
Yeah,
No.
different.
Different.
I was thinking that as
That's different.
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 Well, your body may be going through some changes right now, and all of it should be normal.
I mean, it seems scary at the time, but other people have gone through it. Of course, you met them down further below.
You met them. We did explode them with grenades.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least, no, you threw grenades at them.
Well, we were very good with grenades earlier.
Yes, when you could just drop them down a shaft.
Correct. When we didn't have to aim them. Yes, we're not good at aiming. We're good at destruction.
Yep. Okay. So.
Well, I suppose I will get to work on these batteries then. I'll try to find a console to do that on.
Yeah, let me look at something here. I think that there should be... I'll tell you what.
Pushing buttons.
If only there was somebody here that could help you out in some way by being an expert on making things blow up.
Also, jury rigging. I can jury rig the explosion that Taryn can be an expert on.
Yeah, I think that's...
all help each other. We're all in this together.
So...
You know how you all were having reactions to my puns? This is me now to that.
So here's what I'm going to
Take it.
suggest.
Enjoy it.
I think that
And engineering. Jury rigging and engineering. Let's go.
Lily and Ned, one can assist the other in trying to jury rig these things to explode.
Do you want to assist? Well, how are your stats? Let's metagame for a second.
Go for it.
What's your jury rigging use?
I don't know.
Depends what you're trying. So that's a good question. I'm going to say in this
Great
case,
question.
let's say intellect.
Okay, my intellect is at 31.
So then you'd get is jury rigging
It's
an
a
expert
15%.
skill?
It's a 15%.
So-
Yeah.
Which of you has higher intellect, basically?
Jesse.
No.
Or Lily does.
I mean, I'm aware that Jesse's the smart one.
Okay, now hang on. I am looking at 3 equally as intelligent people right now.
I mean...
But Lily's character.
Lily
as the character is more intelligent.
So why don't we have Lily make an intellect jury rigging check at advantage to represent the assistants? Success.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Success.
Ooh.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
That's good. I mean, you had a 75% chance of succeeding because of being on advantage, but that's still pretty good.
Listen, Kyle, I'm not taking any chances tonight with this game. There's been a lot of failures. A lot of failures.
Well, mostly of them and me, let's be honest.
Yeah, but you're assisting me now, aren't you?
But I'm not rolling. There's a difference.
Man, I gotta learn to run this game better.
You're good.
No, I keep forgetting
Really
that y'all's
first time
fear
running it.
saves are at disadvantage as long as the
Yeah.
difference around. But also that once per session you can re-roll or roll on the panic effect table,
Yeah.
which we didn't do before.
Really
when you
would have
had
been
your-
useful last time.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to say, yeah, you're able to, it's going to take a little bit. You're going to have, because of your success, it means that it's going to take enough time to build up charge to that sort of destructive level that you have time to get back out to the ship. So what is it, you tell me, what does it look like, the three, we have a problem.
Yes.
Ned,
Yeah.
how are you getting your helmet on to go out into the vacuum of space?
I don't know.
Because it's not like a little bit taller. It's a foot.
Oh.
Can I jury rig an extension to
You know what?
suit?
It's one of those like.
I think that's a perfectly appropriate use of jury rigging.
You know what though? It's one of like it's an extra suit's arm that's been like fastened
Yes.
to the neck part and the helmet.
Yes.
So yes, is that a yes? I can
Yeah,
jury
let's
rig.
call that intellect jury rigging.
Good
Success!
I got you. I got you.
Everyone is
So
making
tell us
it
about
out.
what this Lily. Tell us what this looks like now as you've jury rigged onto his spacesuit.
We're in the medical bay. We're in the
You're in the research station in general. You can be
we're in
wherever
the
you want to be.
research station, right? So okay, well I think I'm just gonna like
Just don't duct tape
find
it.
some I won't duct tape it. I was gonna electrical tape it.
Yeah.
It's got to be. I mean, it's still got to maintain an airtight seal
Oh yeah.
at like
you
1
know.
atmosphere pressure.
It's a whole science of like layering duct
It's a
tape
whole science.
and then
the
electrical
whole science.
tape.
One
The
whole science. You get the two pieces of duct tape together
Yeah,
to make
yeah,
that
yeah,
fabric.
No, you need to like put the duct tape first because it's like thinner and more sticky. But then you get the electrical tape because of or plumber's tape. I don't know, whatever. Plumber's tape and then duct tape. Seals it all up.
All right, wrap it up. Wrap it up.
There's just a lot of tape involved. In fact, it's just
tape.
It's just tape.
All right, so what does the scene look like with the three of you emerging from that airlock out onto the landing pad?
Well, they've acquired an alien and lost Ned. This Ned's head is like swaying.
Ned's head.
Well, I mean,
That's
there's no
That's dead.
gravity, so your head wouldn't necessarily be.
Yeah.
But probably as he moves, just like the dynamics of it, like being pulled along. Like I imagine, like it's. I imagine like as he's. Are you running, Ned? Or are you walking?
Walking.
Okay,
Unless
so
we're- unless we're running from the explosive, then
I was honestly, if you had had a failure, that was going to happen. If you'd had a critical failure, something else would have happened. But you had a success, so you've got time. So yeah, I imagine you're just having trouble kind of finding your balance, balancing your.
okay. Y'all know
You
the
know what-
Monster Hunter world, the like head thing that like sways.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Although honestly, I think to me, you look more like Crow from MST3K.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Fair.
that's an attractive look.
All right, so you're coming out, and the ship. You see the pilot in the cockpit, kind of like rubbing his eyes, trying to look, because yeah, you've got just this massive tape around your neck, and of course, different has no such thing at all, because different doesn't have to breathe. And Lily, what is Lily's state as y'all get onto the ship?
Are you still giving me a piggyback?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, it's still not great.
I'm also not great. We're both not great together.
You're oozing silver blood and I'm just bleeding.
I'm fine.
Part of my face has
Technically.
been shaved off this entire time, and you just see like circuitry, just like
got,
the
like,
inner workings of my face have just been
I
like.
got like singe marks all over me from when I don't know, exploded a spider
Yeah.
Oh, that's
With a
right.
laser cutter.
with a
On
laser
top of
cutter
you.
on top of me between us.
So I think that we see the ship kind of lift off and leave the asteroid. And after a few minutes, you can see from the entrances, the airlocks back at the station, you see them flare for a moment as there's like these yeah, like not exactly flames, but white hot energy kind of flaying out of it for a moment, and then it goes still. And hopefully you've burned away the infection, or at least isolated it. And as we close, as we end, I would like for Ned to make one
Fail
more
another
body save. At
Fail another body save for you. Hey, look at that! I failed another body save for you.
You
Would
did
you
it.
just look at that?
And can you roll a D100 for me?
You know I can, boss.
He rolled the
Oh,
100.
there it is. There it is. There it is.
There's the 0,
You
0.
win.
We did it. We did it. We did a
Yo.
0, and a 99, and a 100.
And 100.
And I think
Fail,
the
fail,
I
100.
fucking can't.
and so the last shot, the last scene is we see Ned smile, and all of a sudden his teeth become covered in a metal alloy and enlarged. Jesse, nothing. No, I didn't. Nothing gets shoved between them. Nothing like they just.
No, but you
They
said
turn into
I'm sorry,
metal.
It's the teeth falling out. So
No, not falling
no,
out.
They turned into metal.
No, they
Just
became.
metal teeth.
The
Real
teeth
bad
are
metal teeth.
enlarged and coated in a
We're
metal
good.
alloy,
We're fine. We're good.
and he's grinning.
Oh.
Oh, okay, we're good.
What's the villain from Bond? Lockjaw?
No, Jaws.
Just Jaws?
I think that's what I call. Yeah. Hello.
Cool.
And that is the end.
We survived.
Different is definitely going to murder you.
Yep. Please do.
100%.
I deserve it.
Different will ask you first, but Different is going to destroy
Please
you.
Lily will probably try to murder you, but you will 100% murder her before she can even breathe. Utter a sound of. Because she's not great health-wise.
Yep.
Yeah, but now you're back at the ship, and there are people that can help you out, and so forth.
We can't fix this.
No,
This is big.
Lily
have
can
the
be
cure.
helped.
Yeah, Lily can be helped. Ned's a goner.
Actually, I think about Lily.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Lily.
Uh-huh.
Could you make
want me
a
to
body
make
save
a
at
body
disadvantage?
save at
Because I forgot
disadvantage?
you're also infected.
I am that thing, yes.
Let's pass. Oh, no.
Ooh.
Lily, can you roll me a D100?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
41. Not 100.
Okay, so here's what happens. I remember I said, okay, this isn't true. What I said was the last shot is not true. The last shot is of Different looking at you as Ned, your teeth become coated in this metal alloy. And Lily, what is the gesture that you make when you see that?
The gesture I make. I think I would. Am I still getting piggybacked?
No, you're back on the ship
No,
now.
we're
You're like
on
the
the
ship
ship
is
now.
flying away. You're like in the med bay on the ship.
Oh, I think I would laugh.
You throw your head back and laugh, and we see your fingers, your fingers turn metallic as well. Well,
Yes.
that is the end.
How did Different survive as the most human out of all of them?
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Yeah.
They still have more flesh than Different does.
Seeing as we have flesh.
Arax, you have a question, I see. What was up with the kid? Do y'all really want to know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's fine. I just didn't want to. The thing is that Dr. Bankali had brought his child here when she was deathly ill, trying to do research, and he'd put her basically in like suspended animation, right? And all of this was him trying to find a way to save her, and instead his experiments and research took him into a darker and darker place, and that is where it led him.
Flesh. Meat.
Flesh.
Good flesh.
Flesh.
You know,
At least his daughters.
she's not. Well, no. I don't know what's gonna. I don't know what happened with the. You burned out the upper station so nobody can get in or out, but deeper in, who can say?
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Certainly not us.
Certainly not us.
Certainly not us.
I just wonder how Ned can yodel now.
Was that a personality? Was that a person?
skill
Was that
he
a?
had?
I'm just wondering if he's good at it now because he's got that long throat.
It's also metallic, though, which I can't imagine is great for...
I mean...
Techno
Yeah, the vibrations. Yeah, there wouldn't be much contracting happening with with metal
vocal cords.
vocal cords. You need some of that like stuff.
It sounds like a record in a dishwasher.
So as we wrap up, I do the thing where it doesn't have to be just for you tonight, but just tell. I am curious what your favorite. Tell us if you got anything going on, and then what your favorite part of the mini campaign was. And this time I'll start with Jesse.
Hi, I'm Jessie. You can find me at Who's the Moose on the interwebs, and I'm doing what the heck am I doing?
So many things.
So many things. I believe next Tuesday on Ephemeral Worlds, there's another episode of Verdant Silence where I play a wonderfully chaotic magenta-haired gnome.
Terrifying.
Wonderfully
Piper's so
chaotic.
wholesome.
And so wholesome and family friendly. And on Wednesday, I am playing at the Mythic Grove, where Roots remains, where I actually am I am an actually wholesome chicken farmer who just wants to give eggs to people.
Do you still have a dead body on your porch?
I don't have a dead body at my porch, but we were at a funeral last week, and I do have someone living with me now. Possibly, I think. Well, because there's so many time skips that I believe when we come back, I will have someone who helps me on the farm. If you check out my Twitter, I do art stuff where I make overlays and logos and portraits and all these things. I've been kind of out of commission because I've been sick really badly.
You've been failing your body saves.
I have, much like tonight, been failing my body saves, and I'm still not getting 100% successes all the time, but we're getting better. That's it. That's me. Favorite moment of tonight, I think it was Ned's terrifying well, no, I take this back. Ned's terrifying transformation, but fucking Taryn's puns. Specifically, limbo. Because, fuck you.
Limbo.
That was inspired.
Fuck you, but also,
Inspired.
Thanks, I hate it. Thanks, I hate it.
I'm gonna have to go back and clip those. I'm gonna do a highlight later.
Yeah.
Maria, anything you got going on, and your favorite moment?
I do have things that are going on. The first thing is I too also do commissions, mostly overlay commissions, such as the one you see here. You can contact me also on Twitter, and there's stuff there too. I also work with Goblin Society Games at Society Goblins on Twitter, where we release a bunch of D&D 5e magic items that are cool and awesome. We're trying to get a book released sometime this year, hopefully cross fingers, that has over 300 of them. So that's really cool. And then as far as streaming things that I am doing, I am on Sunday evening with Taryn and Corey Hickson on their channel here on Twitch, and our good friend Zach. We are playing Burning Wheel. We're starting like the actual story probably this week. The story probably will happen. It might be another. It might be another episode of character creation because, of course. No, Burning Wheel is this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Tuesday night on Dice Priori. Last week I guested on Dragon Heisters. They returned last week, and I am continuing the guest Tuesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Dice Priori. So come and check me out. I'm Irish. My name's Adeline. It's great. And that's all I have going on right now.
That's all. That's all.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
And your favorite moment tonight, besides Terrence
yes.
puns.
Besides Terrence puns, well, it's also centered around Ned. The face.
Wow, you got really
terrifying.
stretchy skin.
I have a very small mouth and I have a lot of cheeks. But yes, yeah, the mouth thing was terrifying. I hate it. No, it was great. It was great. I was wondering where they were where the us body horror would come in. Just snuck right in there at the end. Just everywhere. It was great.
Yeah, I don't think it snuck in exactly, but yeah. Taryn, how about you, buddy?
Yeah. So you can find me on the Twitters at TarzanNoZ.
But there is a Z in the Twitter handle.
Yes.
There are two Z's,
Tarzan
in fact.
knows, yes, but it's said and spelled Tarzan no Z. Thank you, Kyle, for completely getting me off my groove. You threw off my groove.
Listen, you got a lot of grooves in that neck there.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was more like solid, like.
That's true. I was very much imagining Inspector Gadget. That's all.
Yeah.
All right.
I was imagining like a cylinder. Just. But yeah, you can find me on Saturdays at 11 p.m. or a.m. Did that the other day too. a.m. Central on Roll for Change, where we were playing Star Wars Fate.
That's good.
It's a lot of fun. Very campy. We are currently in Cloud City on Bespin. That is not owned by Lando Calrissian yet, but our Padawan friend just got confronted by not one but two Inquisitors. So we're gonna see how that goes.
I have been chatting with the GM here and there, and y'all have some good stuff coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I play a relentlessly chipper medical droid. So.
Oh, that's right. You play not just a medical droid. Would you like to clarify the additional part that's important there?
An assassin droid turned medical droid.
Yes.
Which is the best part.
A hunter killer unit. That's now a medical droid and happy.
Yeah. Yep. It's a lot of fun. And then on Sundays, yes, Burning Wheel, as Maria, they mentioned. Yeah, so that's it for that right now. Favorite moment from tonight was failing all of the body save rolls and just continuing a slow and steady descent into mechanical horror.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't actually
rolling a 100 on a D100.
Yes, that was fun.
That was my second favorite thing of tonight. Is all of the crits, both
The
successes
crazy
and
rolls.
failures, and the
Yes.
ridiculous.
The thing is, like,
It was consistently inconsistent.
any given roll
Correct.
has basically a 10% chance of being a crit of something. And it might have been a little bit more than 10% tonight, but not sure. So, I actually have way less than usual going on. A bunch of stuff I want to get started, but hasn't started yet. So, not this Saturday, not the 7th, but the 14th, Duskval Dalliances, our Blades in the Dark game that Jesse's in, will come back. We'll be starting our second season. It will be now on alternating Saturdays, starting on Saturday, March 14th. As a friendly reminder to you all, because we're friends and I love you all, Daylight Saving Time begins this Sunday morning. Spring forward 1 hour. Otherwise, you're going to be late to stuff on Sunday. And yes, that means we're all going to be extra tired next week because we're going to feel like everything's an hour early. Yeah. Jesse, this doesn't... This means you have to go to bed an hour early on a Saturday night, is what I'm trying to tell you.
We're just sleeping an hour
Saturday.
Oh, but it's Saturday.
You just sleep in an hour more is what happens.
I'm just saying.
Sleep in anymore.
And then I don't have any. I have plans for stuff to stream later. Some of which are computer games, but those are not yet. So keep an eye on my Twitter at TechnoScald and more there. My favorite moment tonight, honestly, was just getting to look up on the random mutation table, the cybernetic mutations, and the joy when I read mouth splits into impossibly wide smile, metal throat. And then neck grows an extra foot and is sheathed in metal. And then teeth enlarged and coated in metal alloy.
Oh, they enlarged. Okay.
Yeah, they big teeth. They big teeth now.
Yeah. And then for Lily, metallic fingers sprout from limb. This table here is awesome.
Wait, whoa. Her fingers did not turn into metal. There is a distinct difference.
I have metal fingers now.
There are just like fingers coming out of her body.
And now I have metal fingers out of my limbs. Kyle,
that is very
really
different.
Check.
That is, the freezing is so different. Oh,
Way different, man.
whoa.
That is
let's
a
pay better attention to the wording of these transformations.
I was trying to calm it down.
No.
I was trying to dial
Just
it
have
down
fingers
for you
just
all.
out of, you just got like little, it's like little fins, but they're fingers.
I spirit fingered really hard.
Like,
Oh my god.
I just picture him like coming out of the elbow, just
No,
like,
I'm just kind of like
It's no
everywhere.
God.
I just like this.
It's spore creative.
It really is. It was just like,
the
whoop.
hands everywhere.
Okay, I take back what I said a few minutes ago. This right here, this was my favorite moment tonight.
This was great.
Everyone simultaneously, whoa! Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
y'all just all lost it in exactly the same ways.
Because the context is important.
Context
of
is
where the fingers
important.
come. They did not exchange
Context of the fingers is important.
fingers for mechanical
turn
thing.
metallic. Like,
It's so much worse.
Routed.
It's so much worse. like a fungus. Just like
metal fingers sprouted.
Sprout.
Limbs.
It did say limbs. It didn't say
Plural.
arms.
Limbs.
So
correct.
just-
So all of the limbs.
hands.
It's just all.
Yeah, legs.
Knee
Legs.
hands.
Yeah. Well, see, a
like-
knee is a
and
joint. You got your limbs, so you've got like fingers coming out of the limbs like this.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just like limbs. It's
Yeah.
just like woo.
Calf hands.
So yeah, this became my favorite moment.
Wow.
Solid.
Pure comedy.
Solid.
Oh wow.
Oh, I need to run some more Mothership soon. some more science fiction in general. Maybe it's Mothership. Maybe it's not. We'll see. There are so many things that can be done with this rule set. Well, thank you all to my friends for playing with me and indulging me in this little game. I appreciate it. And thank you for pushing. This game, this little mini campaign had some ups and downs, just kind of getting going and running. So thank you all, and to Jesse's Lights for putting up with it. I guess that's gonna be it. I don't know anybody else that is. Arex did clip
Yes.
that. Yes.
Yay!
Thank you, Aaron.
Oh, yes. Thank you. So good night, folks, and we'll catch you online in the future. No, you got to have all the extra metal fingers and
Get those extra fingers in your limbs.